King Ludwig II of Bavaria. In 1886, King Ludwig II of Bavaria was declared mentally unfit to rule and placed under arrest in his own castle. Just days later, both he and his psychiatrist, Dr. Gudden, were found dead in Lake Starnberg. The official story claimed Ludwig drowned himself, but there was no water found in his lungs, no signs of struggle, and no clear motive for suicide. The psychiatrist's body showed signs of violence, suggesting there was more than just an accident. For over a century, historians and conspiracy theorists have debated whether Ludwig was murdered to ensure political stability or if the deaths were staged to look like an accident. The mystery of why both men ended up dead that day has never been solved. Michael Rockefeller, son of New York Governor Nelson Rockefeller and heir to one of America's wealthiest families, disappeared in 1961 while collecting art from remote tribes in New Guinea. After his boat capsized, he reportedly attempted to swim over 10 miles to shore. He was never seen again. The Dutch colonial government conducted exhaustive searches but found no body. Some believe he drowned or was taken by sharks, but persistent rumors suggested he was killed by the Asmat people, a tribe known at the time for headhunting and cannibalism. Decades later, journalists and anthropologists uncovered local accounts hinting that Rockefeller was indeed killed. No definitive evidence has ever been recovered, leaving his disappearance a subject of speculation even today. Raoul Wallenberg, a Swedish diplomat stationed in Budapest during World War II, saved tens of thousands of Jews from the Holocaust. In January 1945, as Soviet forces occupied the city, Wallenberg was taken into custody by Soviet agents. He vanished into the Gulag system. For decades, the Soviet Union denied any knowledge of his fate. In 1957, they abruptly claimed he had died of a heart attack in 1947, but provided no death certificate or burial location. Over the years, reports of Wallenberg sightings surfaced in Soviet prisons well into the 1980s. His family and the Swedish government repeatedly requested answers. To this day, no official evidence of his death exists, and his disappearance remains one of the Cold War's most enduring mysteries. Subhas Chandra Bose, an Indian nationalist leader, was officially declared dead in 1945 after a plane crash in Taiwan. However, no body was recovered, and eyewitness accounts varied wildly. Some reports even denied the crash occurred. Rumors spread that Bose had escaped to the Soviet Union, where he was either held captive or lived in secret. Over the decades, supposed sightings emerged from Japan, Russia, and even India, where conspiracy theories claimed he lived as an anonymous monk. Several Indian government inquiries failed to produce conclusive evidence. His supposed ashes remain in Japan, but DNA tests have never been performed. His disappearance continues to divide historians and remains unsolved. Jean-Bertrand Aristide. Jean-Bertrand Aristide served as Haiti's first democratically elected president but was ousted during a violent coup in 2004. U.S. and French forces claimed to have facilitated his safe departure, flying him to Africa. Aristide later alleged he was kidnapped and forcibly exiled. For months, his whereabouts remained unclear. Some reports placed him in the Central African Republic, others said South Africa. His reappearance in South Africa confirmed his survival, but details of his movements, treatment during his absence, and the full extent of foreign involvement remain shrouded in mystery. Aristide's disappearance highlighted the murky world of international politics, exile, and forced removals. Patrice Lumumba, Congo's first democratically elected prime minister, disappeared in 1960 amid political chaos and foreign interference. He was arrested by secessionist forces in Katanga with the support of Belgian authorities. For weeks, the world had no idea where he was or if he was alive. He was later executed by firing squad, and his body dissolved in acid to hide evidence. His death wasn't publicly confirmed until months later, and only through secret admissions decades afterward did the full story emerge. Belgium officially apologized in 2022. His disappearance became a symbol of Cold War-era interference and post-colonial brutality. Sombath Somphone, a prominent civil rights activist in Laos, vanished in 2012 after being stopped by police at a checkpoint. CCTV footage clearly showed him being escorted into a vehicle. Despite international pressure, the Lao government denied involvement and provided no credible answers. His disappearance is widely believed to be a politically motivated and forced disappearance, meant to silence criticism of the government. No trace of him has been found. His case remains one of Southeast Asia's most high-profile examples of state-led disappearances. Subscribe for more videos like this.